Welcome to the channel. You're here with Dan the Man. It's time for the hot sports highlight on the rundown. Let's start today with some soccer. First up, it was a hard-fought battle, but Mexico has edged past Honduras 1-0 in the CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinal. A second-half goal sealed the deal for El Tri, who are now into their 9th final in the last 11 tournaments. The match was tense from the get-go with both teams feeling each other out in the first half. But after the break, Mexico turned up the heat and their pressure paid off when Alexis Vega tapped in a cross from the right side of the box in the 66th minute. The United States men's national team has punched their ticket to the Gold Cup final after a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Guatemala. Walker Zimmerman headed home the game-winning goal in the 89th minute to send the Americans to their 4th final in the last 5 tournaments. Jordan Morris also scored for the U.S., and although Ramo Kyoto equalized for Guatemala, the Americans held on to secure the win. The U.S. will now face either Mexico or Honduras in the final, and they'll be looking to add another title to their record of 7 Gold Cup trophies. But before that, they'll have to recover from some injuries. Yedlin also had to leave the pitch in the 65th minute. Hefolk was forced off in the 23rd minute with what looked like a serious right leg injury. And let's just say his night ended in the worst way possible. Stay tuned for more updates on that match later in this rundown. We wish them a speedy recovery and hope to see them back in action soon. Now let's shift our attention to basketball in the WNBA, where the Indiana Fever have defeated the Minnesota Lynx 74-59 to claim the 2025 Commissioner's Cup. No Caitlin Clark, no problem. The Indiana Fever defeated the Minnesota Lynx 74-59 in the 2025 WNBA Commissioner's Cup final to claim the Fever's first in-season tournament championship. The Fever, who were without Clark for the 3rd consecutive game, held the Lynx to season lows in points and field goal percentage. Natasha Howard was named the unanimous Commissioner's Cup MVP after recording 16 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. It feels great. We knew we had to come out here with energy, said Fever center Aaliyah Boston, who finished with a 11 rebound double-double, despite starting 0 of -6 from the field. Despite Clark's absence, the Fever celebrated their victory with their new Commissioner's Cup trophy, and the players and coaches were all smiles as they basked in the moment in the spotlight. What a time to be alive. Next up, let's switch gears to baseball and check out yesterday's recap. Padres 6-4 Phillies. Manny Machado delivered a clutch 3-run double, while Nick Pivetta spun 6 strikeouts over 7 solid innings. Cubs 5-4 Guardians. Pete Crow, Armstrong, and Seiya Suzuki led the Surge Cubs open July. Guardians slip further. Kershaw milestone. Clayton Kershaw became the 20th pitcher in history to reach 3,000 career strikeouts eliding, a called third on Vinny Capra. The veteran left-hander struck out Vinny Capra in the 6th inning to reach the milestone. The 35-year-old is the first Dodger to reach this milestone, and only the 2nd active player after Justin Verlander. Talk about a slider to remember. In another matchup, the Chicago Cubs continued their torrid start to July, as Pete Crow Armstrong smacked a RBI triple in the 7th inning, lifting the Cubs to a 5-4 victory over the Cleveland Guardians. Seiya Suzuki also homered and drove in 3 runs for Chicago, who have now won 5 straight games. Meanwhile, Cleveland, who have lost 4 of their last 5, dropped under 500 for the first time since May. That concludes today's Hot Sports Highlight on the Rundown. Catch you guys next time.